Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Martin Kinsella. I'm here at Re-Enhance at my clinic, and I'm going to talk to you today about the 5 best ways for you to treat and control your acne. Of these 5 things, some of the things you can do at home. You don't need to see a medical professional or a doctor, and for the others, you might need to seek out a consultation. So number 1 is hormones. Hormones, or imbalanced hormones, is one of the single largest causes of acne in females. The important thing about hormonal acne is understanding that topical treatments, lots of the creams or specialized topical treatments that we use in acne, aren't always very successful if the root cause is hormonal. Now, I do a lot of bioidentical hormone replacement in clinic, and we do it for wellness, for symptom control, but a really large number of patients are coming in with acne. So a very simple way of telling if your acne is hormone related is, does the acne flare up or get worse at certain points of your monthly cycle, i.e. mid-cycle, 2 weeks after the start of your period, or just before your period? If your acne is really flaring up at these times or it's getting worse, then there's a high chance that there is a hormonal drive, and hormones are the root cause of your acne. So if you think your acne is hormonally driven, then it's a really good idea to maybe get a blood test, seek a consultation, and look at getting some hormone or anti-hormone or hormone balancing treatments. Bioidentical hormones for me is one of the best ways because it's a very natural way of balancing and optimizing your hormones and can really help with acne. Number 2 is diet. You have to check what you're eating. You'll hear people say this all the time, but there are 3 main food types that you need to limit, minimize, or ideally eradicate. Number 1, and the biggest one for me, especially with women, is dairy products. Dairy products are things that are made with animal milk. Dairy is milk, it's cheese, it's yogurt. The reason why is that the human body is naturally quite intolerant to these products, with some people being very intolerant to it. An intolerance is where your body's own immune system starts to react to that food type and cause inflammation, which is going to make your acne so much worse. So the first thing I do is get my patients to reduce or ideally come off dairy products for a period of time and see if that helps clear the acne. The second food type that needs eradicating is gluten, and this is for the same reasons as dairy. So many people are intolerant to gluten. What is gluten? It's in wheat, so wheat products, so grains or flour and these kind of things. It's not in rice, so rice is okay, potatoes are okay. Some people get really confused as to what's got gluten and what's not. So if it's got wheat, it's got gluten, and you don't want it. It's going to cause an immune response from your own immune system. It's going to cause inflammation in your gut. That's going to trigger a whole body response, and it's going to make acne flare up or even bring on acne. So you want that eradicating. And lastly, the third dietary product you need to cut out or minimize is refined sugars. So why do refined sugars make your acne worse? Well, actually, it goes back to the first point about hormones. Refined sugars, when you eat them, cause your blood insulin levels to rise. And a rising insulin levels cause knock-on effects of your other hormones and cause imbalances in those hormones that then bring out or make the acne worse. So to wrap up with diet, the 3 things you need to minimize or ideally eradicate, and that will help your acne, is dairy products, gluten or wheat products, and refined sugars. Okay, so we've covered hormones, which is something that you might need to see a medical professional for, and we've also covered your diet, which is something that you can do right now from today at home. That also brings me on to the 3rd point, and this is what you're putting on your skin at home that could be making your acne so much worse. And we call this acne cosmetica. The key culprit of all the products that we're putting on our skin at home that could be causing acne to be worse or flaring up is makeup. If you're gonna put makeup on, there are certain things that you need to avoid in it. You need to make sure that your makeup is paraben free, it's free of lanolin, and a key one is mica. What's mica? Mica is a product that's added into makeup that helps thicken its consistency, and it also acts as an alternative to titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is used as an SPF or sunscreen. So a lot of makeups that offer SPF protection, it's usually a cheaper product, probably mica put in, and because of the type of product it is, it's a key culprit for clogging pores. So when you put these kind of makeups on with these kind of products in, like mica, they clog the pores, they trap the oils, they get inflamed, and it causes acne, or certainly if you've got acne, it's going to flare it up and make it worse. So a good way to know if what you're putting on your skin in terms of makeup is causing your acne is when you get acne that's all over the entire skin. With hormones, it tends to be very commonly on the jaws, or if it's just too much oil production in your skin, sometimes it's usually around the T-zone. But acne cosmetica, which is caused by the cosmetic products you're using on your skin, is usually all over the face, and it feels like little bumps. So if you want to avoid this, then you need to look for a makeup or a product that is non-comedogenic, as in it doesn't clog the skin, it's breathable, and so usually what we recommend is a mineral makeup. A mineral makeup or something like Lycogel. Lycogel is mineral based, and it's like a breathable mask that covers and camouflages the skin without clogging up the pores. So with point 3, we've had what we might be putting on our skin to make our acne worse or bringing it on. We come on to point 4, which is what we're using to take things off our skin. So with people who've got acne, a lot of people, they just don't know what to use to cleanse their skin. They don't have the advice and they don't have the information, and most of it is really quite simple. So the first thing we want to look for in a cleanser when you've got acne or acne prone skin is you want a cleanser that's oil free. Acne is where we produce a lot of oil in the glands, and combine that with dead skin cells and bacteria, we get acne. So because you've already got a lot of oil, we don't want to use oil in the cleanser because it's going to make the acne worse. So we want an oil free cleanser. Another really important ingredient that you need to look out for on cleansers, or if you want a cleanser when you've got acne prone skin, is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is something that is very, very useful in fighting acne. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, okay? And beta hydroxy acids are tiny, tiny molecules. And because they're tiny, they penetrate very, very deep into the skin. And because they penetrate deep into the skin, they exfoliate the skin very effectively deep down. They penetrate through oil and they break down that oil, and they also kill a lot of bacteria that is causing the acne. So salicylic acid is the best product to use in a cleanser, and there's lots of them out there available as gel oil-free washes that you can use that shouldn't irritate your skin. You can also use other types of products which have lactic or glycolic acid in, but they're what we call alpha hydroxy acids, which are big molecules, and big molecules can't penetrate as well, so they sit more superficially. So actually, things like glycolic acid, while they can be quite good and useful, they tend to not exfoliate as deeply and they're not as effective, but because they sit on the top, if you use them too regularly, they can cause more superficial skin irritation. And a lot of people with acne are very scared of putting on something with an acid in because they're worried about irritation. And actually salicylic, which is the deepest penetrating one, is probably the least likely to irritate you. There are loads of good brands of salicylic acid cleansers, from high street ones, Neutrogena, which do gel washes or facial scrubs, all the way through to professional ones that I use in clinic, like the Obagi Cleanser Derm range, which is excellent. So I've talked about hormones that might be flaring your acne up. I've talked about what not to eat. I've told you about products that you shouldn't put on your skin to flare your acne, and I've told you the best tips or the best products to lift and take away products. So that brings me on to my 5th point, my final point, which is hygiene and, quite honestly, lifestyle. Now, it sounds like a no-brainer. You're all out there thinking, well, I'm clean, I'm not unhygienic. But there are things that you can be doing, or you could be doing inadvertently in your lifestyles that you didn't realize that are actually really unhygienic for your skin. For example, okay, with women, it's usually a bit of a no-no. We all know that it's a bit of a no-no to go to bed at night with a full face of makeup. But when you go to the gym and you see a lot of women with full faces of done up makeup for the gym, what really is the difference? In fact, when you go to the gym, you're going to perspire, you're going to produce more oil. And if you think about it, that full face of makeup, the skin can't breathe. The oil is going to clog in the skin and your acne is going to flare up. So a really good tip is avoid going to places where you're going to be doing active exercise like the gym or in hot environments or working out or outside in the sun with full faces of makeup. It's not hygienic for the skin. Another thing is when you're using cleansers and washing your skin is use water. Okay, you can use wipes and there are cream cleansers, but you are better off with something that's a wash away, with just pure water that washes cleanly off the skin. And then when you come to dry your skin, don't grab your body towel that you've been using for a day or two that will have bacteria and dead skin cells on it and use that to dry your face. Use a clean, fresh towel or cotton pads to dab your face. With men, for example, in the gym, they're always going to be sweating. It's really common. You just grab a towel, you want to dry your face. But if you've got bacteria on your skin, you've got a lot of oil and you've got clogged pores, it's going to make your acne worse. There are also lots of products we use inadvertently on our face, like hairsprays. Lots of men and women both use hairsprays. When you do that, those products are going to irritate your forehead. So be careful. I'm not saying don't use those products, but try and cover the forehead when you're doing that if you get acne on your forehead. So there you are, everyone. They're my 5 top tips or 5 ways to treat and control your acne. I hope you found it really useful. I've put a link to some of the products below. Leave me a comment, send me feedback. If you want more videos like that, I'm going to do more videos specifically covering specific acne cleansers and acne products and retinols, etc. in the future. I'll see you soon.